Semen retention will make us feel isolated. This is a question I got from Semen. This is the thing, man. Like, nobody's doing this stuff, hardly. And so, like, you're not part of this whole collective rat race that's, just chasing, the opposite sex and looking for validation in that and thinking that that's going to give them some sense of happiness. It's like everyone's just following this program, doing what everybody's doing. So if you're not in that, part of the matrix, then yeah, you're going to feel isolated. But at the same time, you're a human being. You want to connect with people. And so it's like it sucks, right? What do you do? This is what we're going to talk about. So Soap Man wrote, semen retention makes me feel isolated. It's hard to explain, but hopefully you get where I'm coming from, of course. I'm 22. I feel, I started, I don't know, around that age. I feel all these benefits, they heighten for myself. So like when you're doing the semen retention, when you're not wasting your energy, of course you're going to be more heightened. You're going to be more on point, more centered, more balanced, more perceptive. You're going to perceive subtle things and little nonsense that people do. You're going to perceive that better than most people, because the people that are doing it, they don't know what they're doing. They're just like acting out some program. But you're seeing that, And if you try to tell them, they're going to think you're weird. This is the funny thing. So, being so young and vital, you really stand out from the crowd, especially people my age. Well, 22. Like, who's doing this? I mean, look at the video here. How many people, semen retention videos? Like, how many people actually watch that? A few hundred, few thousand. I mean, real semen retention videos, not the ones that are. It's like the ego's using, a lot of these videos, the ego's using semen retention as a way to serve the ego better. I've talked about that before. Get on semen retention, you get more girls. Get on semen retention so you can manifest what your ego wants, right? But real deal semen retention, when you're using it to actually give birth to your real self, to become aware of your real self, like, who's doing that? Now then look at the music videos and any collective thing, or just watching. It's amazing, what the views, like let's say a girl just tapes herself, videos herself all day, what she does, what she eats. Maybe she'll take a shower. Ooh. And this can get millions of views, So they don't feel isolated. But somebody like him, he's feeling isolated because you're supposed to. How are you not going to feel isolated, I understand. So people my age, I stand out from them because so many people are lost in that endless cycle of porn, masturbation, orgasm, or looking for the next chick to DM. Yeah, man. Look, you gotta accept that this life is for freedom. This is why you're here. You're here to realize who you are. You're not here to, make a bunch of friends and do what everybody else is doing. Something has to realize this inside. We're not here that long. We're here, 70, 80 years maybe? Don't want to be here that longer than that anyway. I mean, once the body starts breaking down and, you want to just hang on to this body forever, don't you want to go to the next plane? It's a more subtle existence. It's more, less suffering, less limitation. See, this is the benefit of meditation, or just having deeper perception of life. Life's not just this planet. Life is very expansive. So when we start to have some inkling, starts as an inkling about this, and then it gets stronger, we get more, it's like the realization that there's planes and there's levels of existence that are much, this isn't the only level of existence. So when we start to realize that, then it's like, okay, and then more important than that, you realize, whoa, the character I build in this life, the consciousness that if my consciousness gets more expanded in this life, which means the consciousness realizes its own nature, the better that is, right? The more realized I become, the more I'm going to really appreciate that when I leave this body, because that's going to determine where I go and what plane I resonate with. And so then the wisdom kicks in and says, okay, I'm only here for some decades. Let's use this time wisely. Let's use this time. It's like a school. You're in school, you know. School's a temporary thing. High school's temporary, middle school. So, you know, it's like those who are really, it's not me when I was in school. I hated school. But those who really want to, their destiny is to be educated and get some, you know, degree in something, be a doctor, a lawyer. So they want to do the best they can. So in school, they're like, okay, I'm going to really discipline myself and pay attention for 4 years or whatever, because I don't want to waste this time. I'm going to get the rewards after that. If I really do what I'm supposed to do here, I'm gonna see the benefits. It's gonna yield results that I'm really gonna be grateful for. You got to look at the life like that. This human life is like that. You don't want to just chase sense objects and sense pleasures and try to get dopamine hits and, you know, cheap euphoria your whole life. You don't want to waste your life like that. You can taste it a little bit, see how it is. Okay, yeah. You know, I know what it's like to masturbate or have a girlfriend or ride a motorcycle real fast or make a bunch of money, you know, whatever. Taste all that, but then try to realize as soon as possible that this stuff isn't where it's at, you know, and then dedicate your life to freedom. And you can't worry about being isolated. Let me tell you, when you get centered and you're really, when your life's dedicated to freedom, your signal that you broadcast is going to be very specific. It's going to be strong. You're not going to be like a lot of people on the path where they're like, yeah, I want to grow spiritually, but I also want to go still dabble in all this nonsense and, you know, masturbate and watch porn. When things get hard, you know, when I feel bad, I want to look for an escape, but then I want to come back to spirituality. Now, when you're centered and focused, like this is your life, then you're going to broadcast a certain signal, and then automatically, the law of magnetism, you're going to attract those people who also either are on that same frequency or they want to be, and then you'll have something to offer them. So either way you win. Then all your relationships will just be strong. They'll mean something. You're not just out jerking each other off, wasting time. You know, you're doing something important. And so this is what I have to say about isolation. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Stay strong, stay focused, because the mind is going to try to use this isolation feeling as a way to pull you back out into this lower level of existence. And then there's no isolation there, because there's plenty of people doing that. But see, so you're getting tested. You got to be strong. You got to renew every day your desire for freedom. And you know what to do. Obviously, if you're watching these videos, then there's something in you that knows truth. Because I don't see this as a casual entertainment TV show that's going to attract a bunch of people. This video, if you're not ready for it, you're not going to watch it. So if this resonates with you, it means you are ready. But you got to stay strong. Life's going to test you. You see, you got to be strong. Don't waste time while you're here, because we're not here that long. Trust me. You don't want your last breath after you die to reflect back and say, oh man, like, why did I waste my time? Like, I knew what I needed to do. Why didn't I do it? I kept postponing it. I kept getting lazy to the ego and its tendencies. It wants me to go, you know, drink some poison to make me go to sleep and make me feel good for a second. Don't fall into that trap, because this is why we're here. We're going to be tested. This is why we signed up for this. We want to overcome and transcend this. Okay? So just do that and you'll be fine, man. All right. Good question.